Hello everyone, my name is Henry and welcome to another exciting aircraft review. For today we're doing X-Plane 11 and we are doing the lovely Kodiak Quest G1000. So, virtual cockpit. Cool. Welcome back to the channel everyone. Thanks again for your patience there. It's been a while. But yeah, a few weeks ago at work I was talking to a colleague and I was just talking about the Cessna Caravan and how it's a great airplane, you know, you can move a lot of cargo. And then they mentioned the Kodiak Quest. And believe it or not, I never heard of the aircraft before. And I basically asked them, yeah, what was this Quest you speak of? What is thy Quest? And basically what it is that it's like a Cessna Caravan mating with a CC-130 Hercules and coming up with this. It's a beautiful aircraft. Oh my God, it's one of my new favorite airplanes. Modern airplanes anyways, but it is absolutely a beautiful aircraft, and it's a short takeoff and landing as well. It's a stall aircraft. Basically, quick history behind this aircraft for the real life aviation nerds. Basically, this airplane was built to with a lot of proceeds from nonprofits. Basically to get in and out of locations such as bringing food supplies, everything else. Because yeah, the Caravan, while it can hold a lot of cargo, it's not really a short takeoff aircraft. You know, it's not stall capable. This guy, however, freaking giant horsepower engine. This guy can do. Just wait for our takeoff and landings. But overall, today the aircraft we are reviewing. Link in the description below. Here's the store page. Okay, now we're back. I got it on sale around a month ago. It was like $10 off, I think. I can't remember. But of course, remember that I'm paying in Canadian currency, so all you US dollar folks out there, you won't be paying as much as I am. Again, this is not sponsored. This is just me being a nerd here. But yeah, let's go over all the amazing details today, all the liveries, and just the beautiful, like, honestly, the amount of detail they put into this model. It's beautiful. Let's start off with the basics here. So just like a few other aircraft you have seen me review before, we have a little tab here. And as you can see, we're parked. We have like our little do not remove, remove before flight. But yeah, clicking this little tab here brings up our little menu here. And we have a few little selections. So again, what this basically does is that the mode realistic, basically you can over torque your engine and everything else, which is exciting. We'll go over that in a second. You can turn on your little electric tug here so you can move around without your engine on. Window reflections, you can turn them off if your computer's not a beast, like mine. Panel reflections, same deal. Start up running. So again, just like Flight Sim, you can choose to start up running or not. I just turn the engine off. Cargo pod, so you can actually turn this guy on and off. So and of course you can play with weight and bounce. So this guy does exist in real life. Cargo pod doors, you can open and close them at your leisure. You can put all your aviation magazines or whatever in here, you know, have a lot of fun. Fairings on and off, yes, they do provide that extra fuel economy for you, for your cross country. Leave them off for now. Chocks on and off. Should have chalked my airplane. Oh well, there we go, we're good now. And brakes on and off, so again, if you don't have it mapped. Cool thing is that you can have all tie downs. It's just clicking of a button there. Look at that. And all doors. So again, you can marvel at the interior engine block here. Everything's detailed. I'm gonna leave it open for a second because there's another feature I want to show in the MISC. So again, you control skis. Yes, they do work. Different tires, Tundra or not. Well, there goes $10,000 worth of damage. Mud flaps, and of course any combination there. Cargo, so you can turn it into a cargo aircraft on the fly if you want, which is freaking cool. Let's go back to passengers. Synthetic vision, I will get back to this in a second as well. It's amazing. And anti-ice if you want the anti-ice panel on. Audio, you can actually do it as well. Slew mode, slick flight sim. Camera, you have different camera viewing angles. So again, if you do want to look at your sexy engine block, if you want to go around, do your pre-flight, you can as well. I am just going to go back to Cockpit for a second. Weight and bounce. So again, you do have your standard weight and bounce in flight sim. Correction, X-plane. Oh my God. But literally, you can just play with everything here, like add people, add cargo, whatever, and you can see it in real time update, which is a really, really neat feature. I like that. Livery, might as well just go over it in a second. So, cool thing is that you can do dynamic liveries, so you can make up your own livery on the go. But of course, you do have like your separate liveries that I can go through. Let's just go through all these right now. So again, we do have Amazonia. It's a beautiful livery. Got Bluebird, looks good. We got the Burgundy, so if you want to be all fancy, look sharp. You got DHL, sponsor, just kidding. Got FedEx. I have a friend working at FedEx Cargo now. They're working on the ramp. Good for them. Got sponsored. Explain Laminar Research. Just kidding. MAF. Tiger. And Invisible Jet. Not working. Okay, cool. So let's just go back to pretty much what I have right now. Another thing to mention is that this also comes in a amphibious version as well. So we do have the tired version. I will bring the amphib version later on in this video, but that does exist with this version as well. And of course, you can have a GPU as well. So GPU plugged in, we have our lights on, we do have ground power. Let's keep that on for a second, all right? So let's go inside. And of course, now that our GPU is plugged in, we do have power because our generator and battery is off. So thanks, ground crew. Thanks, guys. See you later. Okay, cool. So let's go over the cockpit quickly. Again, full virtual cockpit. All the buttons work, even the visors. I mean, like, it's impressive, the detail that they put into this model. And you can play around with it, put it back. You can play with your co-pilot's visors. Sweet. All the buttons work. Even the lights work. Individual lights in the cockpit, they work. Again, another thing I forgot to mention, 1 second here, if we can find it. I think it's in MISC. You can also change the interior, so an exec version or Timberline. I like Timberline, or friends can come with you. And the thing I was talking about earlier is that, sure, you can go with a basic G1000 model, but they also support synthetic vision model, like a full 3D view, which I prefer. Personally, it's a lot cooler, so we're going to stay with this one. So with this guy off, I'm just going to do a quick pre-flight here. So again, we do have all our lovely model. We do have all our other stuff. 1 second. Check. Let's all tie down doors. Cool. Close that off. Okay, now since I haven't really button mapped anything, let's turn our beacon on, nav on, just let people know that we're rocking and rolling here. So again, it is a turbine aircraft. 1 second. Oh yeah, sorry, I got the GPU on, so we're good. We got our power. Let's see, let's make sure master on. Beautiful. Let's give it a second here. Alright, let's do mixture full, prop full, throttle back, throttle idle, check, flaps up, lights on. Let's yell clear. Oh yeah, a cool feature to note is that this guy works as well. So you could actually cup your hand for some air, or you can yell out clear when you're starting your engine. So coming on down here, so again, 1/4-inch throttle. Again, I'm not a turboprop pilot at all, so please forgive me about that. It's kind of hard to reach these buttons, just because, again, freaking, oh, fuck, I died. It's kind of hard to reach the buttons. Like, I'm pretty sure you can hide this, but I just forget how. So again, RPM's good, cool. We'll wait a few seconds for it to spin up. Come down. Again, I've never flown the Quest in real life, so please forgive me if I do any things I should not do. Okay, you guys are on. Alright, so I got our generator on, alternator, everything else off, cool. Okay, now this is where we get into the awesome nitty-gritty of everything else here. So they've done an excellent job in doing like the whole G1000 unit. So there you go. We'll load up our stations. Everything else is doing good. La la la. All right, and just to show you like the sheer amount of flappage on this aircraft here, let's just do like our little control checks. That's a lot of flap. And again, lower wings. Oh, sorry, shorter wings. Better for short takeoff and landing here. So yeah, let's get rocking and rolling here. Overall, out of my time with this aircraft, I've had a lot of fun with it. Don't know about you, but hey, let's get rocking and rolling. Alright, so let's get our flaps up. Let's pretend we got our clearance. Alright, so today we're flying out of the same old Collingwood as per the norm. Today we have an RV in there for some reason. So again, before we start rolling here out to the active, two things to note is that again, synthetic vision, all the buttons are workable. So unlike the standard G1000 unit in the generic X-Plane format, everything is workable. And they've done the whole rework as well. And again, I've already mentioned the freaking amazing work that they've done on the G1000. And going over here, I've already kind of set it up. But looking at your G1000, your nav unit, it's absolutely done wonderfully. So again, you can go through the whole system. Again, not everything is here, but again, I wasn't really expecting everything. So again, the nice thing about this is that you can have your terrain on. So again, if I actually, zoom out. I said zoom out. Come on, sorry. Of course, it starts not working. So again, if you've never seen this view before, red means like obviously we're on the ground, you're gonna hit it. Yellow means I think within like 1,000 feet. And of course, you do have your other aircraft here, shown as diamonds, just like your standard. Pretty sure it's ADS-B. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's get rocking and rolling. So like again, we are flying on realistic mode, which means that yes, we can actually over-torque the engine. And that's something that you actually really have to worry about this aircraft, just because it gives out so much torque that if you automatically give full thrust, you will over-torque the engine and it will actually just not work. I'll do that later just because I don't want to have to reset the flight here. But let's get off to the runway here, and this guy's playing freaking chicken with an aircraft here. Who's gonna win, huh? Huh? Yeah, we win. Alright, so anyways, you did not just see that. Just kidding. Again, I don't have a proper brake setting. I only have full 100% brake on my thing right now, so we're just gonna be rocking and rolling that. Again, these light posts aren't really realistic for Collingwood, but that's okay. In real life, there's a fuel tank right here. And that building is actually new. Alright, so let's get one setting of flap, and if you actually fly this in real life, let me know. You do have your torque limits there and the central console, if you can see these. So I'll climb, cruise. Come on. Again, I don't have pressure braking, I just have it set for 100% when used. So let's line up and wait for a second here. So again, as you can see on our wonderful cockpit, we do have full synthetic vision. Let's give that a go in a second. Again, I'm not over-torquing, so again, we do have to watch our torque, our RPM, everything else down here on our center console. So let's give that a full. And remember, we're an empty aircraft and we're short takeoff and landing, so I'm pretty much already good to go. Like a caravan, like I'm pretty sure with a caravan you can't do an impressive takeoff like that, but with this aircraft it's absolutely a dream. I'm gonna guesstimate that it's around 75 that we're pitching for this aircraft. Again, I'm not totally sure. There is a manual, which I feel like I should have read before this review. But yeah, overall it's, as you can see so far, it's an absolute wonder to fly. Head off over to Wasaga here as well. Oh. And you know what, let's just kind of keep on going out here, kind of level off at around 14 actually, keep it a little bit lower. Speed up to around 100 knots. There we go, shaders just kind of kicking in. Alright, I'm going to bring the power back just a little bit here. And then of course we can start to play around with our good old prop. Let's bring our prop down around 18 for now. now we have a little bit more wiggle room for that. So again, I'm just going to do an exterior view right now. If I can get there. Again, beautifully performing aircraft. As you saw, no issue at all getting up early. I mean, it's really fun to fly. Again, I keep on saying that, but it's true. Like, let me just do full prop again here. There are clearance turns. Yeah, okay. Now, if I go into full idle, and yes, you do actually have reverse on this as well. Let's do a little bit of pretend slow flight here. Come on. Yeah, no, I did not set this up properly. La la la. Well, let's try to stick around here. There you go. Alright. Like, it still handles fine. So, like, if I'm on, like, approach or something, and I'm, like, coming down, like, I still feel, like, like, I have still a lot of control on my, like, different axes. And I mean, like they're still doing all their things back here and on their iPhones and all that while you're up front. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. I even find even when it's very heavily loaded, the aircraft's still absolutely fine. Like, it handles very nicely. Again, let's get full flap and let's just see how little of a runway it actually needs here. For anyone asks, yes, I know I'm coming in high. Let's do a quick slip, because yes, the aerodynamic profile does support that. Side slip. I'd say let's keep it between 80 and 70 knots. Like, again, I'm not too sure of the speeds for this aircraft, but again, it slips fine. Like, they actually have like the aerodynamic profile in there, as you just saw. So yeah, we're doing a very short landing here. Come on. And down on the threads. And there we go. Full brakes. Alright. So just to show you where my mains actually landed. Yeah, I know that wasn't textbook landing. But just to show you how fast I actually stopped the aircraft. Our mains landed at those two wonderful threshold markers there. And just made it. I mean, like, again, for short takeoff and landing, this thing really is a dream for that. Now, before showing off the float variant of this, just to show you what happens if you actually do give full throttle and you over torque the engine, just to show you what actually happens. They have it fully simulated, so it's kind of scary. Because when I first tried to take off in this aircraft, I didn't realize that it actually had it modeled that you could over torque it. So I'll just show you what it actually looks like in the sim. Alright, so watch this. Me not caring, just giving full throttle. Oh. And of course, I'm gonna just shut off. I get smoke in the cockpit and everything else. So yeah, you can over torque the engine, which is freaking. It's a nice little detail. I find, anyways. Good job, team. It feels pretty bad though. Well, there's a few extra grand that you have to spend on putting your aircraft back in order. Alright, and here she is, the beautiful amphibious version with your little fins, amphibious wheels, everything. So let's give a quick water landing. Again, it's another thing I have to do after all this stuff IRL is over, is that I want to really get my float rating. If anyone has a good company in Ontario Canada, obviously, definitely let me know. Give me a shout out. Or if there's any cool places in BC or anywhere else, that'd be really cool, because I would really be interested in getting a float rating. So here we are, let's get our flaps, everything else ready to take off. Left, right, we're good. Do our usual checks. Let's just get in the air here. Again, I love how they do have like all these little extra cockpit details, everything else. So let's get turning. Let's do another stop and go here. Line up and wait. There we go. Alright, let's ride. And positive rate, rock and roll. Gear up. Easy peasy. I mean, like, again, they've done a great job with the bitmaps, all of, like, the little details as well. Like, if I pause it, like, even if I just zoom in on our little rudders here, like, again, they've actually made each bolt 3D. Like, even the springs, that's how much detail they have added to this model. Like, seriously, I'm very impressed, and especially, again, the bit mapping, everything else, to show, like, the actual construction of the plane, every single, like, I mean, like, they've done a good job. Call me impressed. All right, so let's be down here. Let's just go over to a Sega Beach. Everyone has the beach balls in the back. You can go off and relax and have a good time. Oh yeah, and you can also random detail. You can play around with the air as well, which is a nice little detail. And of course, open the door, all that stuff. I know, again, I'm not a float plane pilot, but I do know about that. It's not a... Okay, in real life I would have flipped over, but thank goodness for it being the sim. Again, rudder's already down, you can still flip around. I'm just purposely trying to flip the aircraft. Oh my gosh, we're in the waves! No, but overall it's really... Like, it almost feels like... Well, I guess all airplanes kind of have a certain tendency of acting in the water, but... Now you can go fishing and all that other fun stuff if you wanted to. If anyone has any cool float stories, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them, but hey, let's get back in the air here and let's rock and roll. And besides, like, keeping the door open and watching your altitude, let us know in the cockpit. Sorry, let us know in the cockpit. Let us know in the comments, like, not just float experiences, but certain procedures that you do. Because I'd definitely be interested to hear from, like, all those float pilots out there what they think. And if there's any special float techniques, that'll be really cool to hear. Yeah, again, this thing has, like, absolutely everything. Like, it has an awesome interior. I'm pretty sure it's over $1 million to buy one of these in real life, but if I had a few buddies, come on, it'd be totally worth it. Oh, X-Plane, you're so beautiful. And before we end the review, a nice little thing to note that yes, you can control the temperature inside the cockpit and can make it warmer or hotter to suit all your wonderful simulator needs. However, it does not come with a real life heater or air conditioning, so that kind of sucks. But at least in the sim you can be nice and warm or nice and cool, depending which one you need. And there you go, a nice quick video review on the Kodiak Quest. I really love this aircraft, and I hope you guys too. It's a very, very unique purchase for sure, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Let me know what you guys think of it, if you guys get it. If you've already flown with it, let me know. If you don't want to get it, if you detest it, let me know why. And again, I know, like, you can push every single button. As always, everyone, fly safe, happy landings, and definitely stay safe these days, especially with the current IRL crisis right now. Definitely reach out if you have any cool flying stories, and I guess we'll see you all in the next video. Again, have a great day, everyone, and see you next time. Cheers.